Merry meet everyone, and welcome back to My Pagan Life as always. I'm outside today, yay! And I'm now wearing gloves and I'm wearing my hood because it's actually pretty cold outside, despite the fact that it's March. It's pretty cold here in Norway. That's basically how life around here is, but let's hope the temperatures get a bit better soon, because then I think I can make more videos outside and it will be a little bit more enjoyable. But anyway, I'm here to answer a question that you guys have asked me, or that one of you guys have asked me recently. And the question basically is, can Wiccans and Pagans do revenge spells if other people have hurt them? And that's a really good question, I would say. And just so you know, there are multiple ways of answering this question. I've actually done multiple videos in the past, like all the past years I've been on My Pagan Life. I've done so many videos addressing these kinds of questions, like addressing baneful magic in some way or another. I just wanted to make this video to address this question specifically. And the short answer to this question is actually yes. Pagans and witches and Wiccans and whatever can do revenge spells in any given situation. Like, that's the short answer, basically. But the reality isn't always as simple as, you know, we want it to be. And the reason why I answer, you know, yes very plainly and simply to this question is because I believe there is like two aspects to this question, and one of them is, can you actually practice, you know, baneful magic or perform certain spells like revenge spells? And the answer is quite simply yes, you can. It's physically possible. But then there is the second aspect to this question that is probably the thing most people are wondering about, or what most people are trying to insinuate when it comes to this question, and that is that, should you do it? Now that's a whole nother ball game, because the first question is, you know, easy to answer. You can physically do anything that is physically possible, and doing revenge spells is physically possible. But whether you should engage in that practice or not is really a subjective matter, and really depends on your values, the situation, and how you look at it, and probably a bunch of other things that I cannot come up with right now. Now personally, as a pagan, or probably more specifically as a Wiccan, I prefer not to engage in, you know, that kind of practice, because I've actually explained it before. The first reason is because I don't find it necessary, and the second thing is that I feel like it attracts a certain kind of energy that I simply don't want in my life. And if there's one thing I wholeheartedly believe in, it's the fact that you do not need to believe in any form of karma in order to acknowledge that whatever you engage in, whatever you get involved in, will be part of your reality in some way or another. And if we say that, you know, doing revenge spells is like negative, or it brings negative energy about to someone, you could potentially, you know, in some way get involved in that sort of energy. And as a Wiccan, I also do believe in the concept of an it harm none, do what ye will, and I also believe in the threefold law, which quite literally states that you could risk that energy returning to you threefold, and, you know, that situation is not ideal and probably not something you would wish upon yourself. The rule is mainly for you to kind of look into yourself and kind of think, well, do I want this to happen to me? But that's basically just my fundamental, like, view on the subject. This is what I would answer if I had been asked this question face to face. Can you perform revenge spells? Absolutely, it is physically possible. But should you do it? That is a good question, a necessary question actually, and it really just boils down to what your views are, what your beliefs are. It's all a matter of perspective, basically. And that of course begs another question, potentially, which is, well then, can't I just change my views and that will basically change the consequences? And in one way that's actually true. Your beliefs really do shape your life in many ways, and if you believe in something very strongly, then that can have consequences for the way you live your life and, you know, how you perceive the world. But regardless, and despite all that, I do believe that we're attracting some form of energy into our lives by engaging in certain practices. And yeah, we do attract some form of energy by engaging in any sort of practice, but the kind of energy depends on the practice or, you know, the thing that you're engaging in. I just basically feel that if there is another way out, if you don't have to engage in that sort of practice, you know, the whole revenge spell thing, then, you know, I'd try to go for something else, because in my opinion at least, you never know what you're getting yourself into. But anyway, I'd like to hear what you guys have to say on this subject, so let me know down in the comments below. And also, what do you think of this setup? Do you like this, you know, nature setup? Do you like me making videos outside? If you did, make sure to also tell me that down in the comments below. And other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more videos on this channel. And until next time, guys, blessed be from My Pagan Life.